What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boy, Octagon Jordan. We are on the eve of UFC Philadelphia, the first card since 2018. Edson Barboza against Justin Gaethje. That was an incredible event. Josh Emmett absolutely sparked out Michael Johnson. I was there in attendance 8 long years ago, and the UFC decided to never come back. I don't know why. Philadelphia is a fighting town. We got degenerate gamblers. We got degenerate sports lovers, drinkers, cheesesteak eaters, whatever the fuck you want. We got it right here in Philadelphia, baby. The Johns, all the Johns you could ever have. Pass me that John. Let me get ahead of that John. Can I take a sip of that John? You know what it is when you come to Philadelphia. We got Patty the Batty visiting the Eagles facility. Carlos Prates is going to be in Kennett Square. I'm going to meet him. Akjay, Carlos, and Nightmare Prates are going to link up for an epic photograph. But Dana White finally decided to get his thumb out of his ass and come back to Philadelphia, and he brought this gem of a main event. Now, the card absolutely sucks. It does. There's going to be entertaining fights on the card. Chidi Njokuani, Jeremiah Wells, you got Mansour Abdul Malik, so on and so forth. Jalen Turner, Kyle Fernandez. There's a lot of heavy hitters, exciting fighters, violent fighters on this card. But there's almost virtually no stakes involved. We had Charles Johnson in his 9th fight in 2026 as the feature fight, third to last on the pay-per-view. Charles the Skullet Johnson was third to last on a pay-per-view in 2026 in his 9th fight of 2026. Are you fucking kidding me? Charles Johnson fights every 2 months. Every 2 months, Charles Johnson fights Alex Perez, Asu Almabayev, Temerov, this person, that person. Motherfucker's always fighting. You want me to be locked in and excited for a pay-per-view numbered event for Charles the Skullet Johnson in a feature fight? What the fuck? Dustin Stoltzfus in the 4th to last fight against a guy who just got starched, Mansour Abdul Malik? Edson Barboza, 41-year-old Edson Barboza in the, the opener of the pay-per-view. Yeah, that'll be a banger against Esteban Ribovics. That'll be a fucking banger. Barboza will get his jaw sent into the bleachers just like he did in 2018 against Justin Gaethje. I guess they're just being very cruel to Barboza here. They're like, you know what? Last time we were in Philly, you got starch KO'd. They're going to remember that. All these Philly, fucking just filthy animals in the crowd, violence-loving filthy animals in the crowd are going to recognize you from getting starched out. Let's put you back on the card, 41 years of age on a losing streak, against Esteban Ribovics, a fucking thudder, someone with heavy pop, as Daniel Zellhuber, someone who loves to strike, has epic KOs on his highlight reel. We'll put you in the pay-per-view opener against that guy, the young, hungry lion who has a crazy highlight reel. Edson Barboza, newsflash. They don't like you in Philadelphia, bud. They want you getting starched and sent to the hospital every time you touch grass in old Pennsylvania, brother. But we're going to dive into the whole card. It's pretty weak. Here it is right here, Big Marcel. I don't know what the UFC was really thinking here with this card. I mean, there's no Joe Pyfer. There's no Sean Brady. There's no Pat Sabatini. We do have Jeremiah Wells. He's from Philadelphia. Okay. 41-year-old Jeremiah Wells, opening fight to get smushed. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Anybody from Frankie Edgar's camp, the New Jersey camp. There's other fighters, I'm sure, that I'm not thinking of. Nursul Nurzaboyev, he fights with Sean Brady and the boys. But for some reason, the UFC, I don't know, they got the City of Brotherly Love in their head. They kept, City of Brotherly Love, City of Brotherly Love. It's an urban city. It's part of the, Northeast, New York, Detroit. Right? I'm not sure. But for some reason, and again, all good, nothing against this whatsoever, but you can clearly see a trend here, which is a little funky. There's a black guy in every fight, virtually. Jeremiah Wells, Neil Magny, Tresean Gore, Eric McConaughey, Dante Johnson, Charles Johnson, Chidi Njokuani, Barboza, okay, he's Brazilian, Mansour Abdul Malik, Jalen Turner, and then, of course, the main and co-main. Now, it's just, I don't mind it at all. Jalen Turner is one of my favorite fighters. Chidi Njokuani, what he did to RoboCop, fucking epic. Tresean Gore, I've always liked since The Ultimate Fighter. I was rooting for him against Brian Battle. Neil Magny, the GOAT. Mike Malot's fucking Poppy. Jeremiah Wells running around the octagon with Blood Diamond, breaking his own ankle. I love all these guys. It's just interesting, you know. This isn't by happenstance, you know. Like, look, there's an African American fighter, which is cool, you know. Totally, I love the diversity. I love showcasing their skills. These guys are fucking athletes. I'm fans of all of them. Israel Adesanya is one of my favorite fighters of all time. Kamaru Usman. It's just like UFC in their mind was like, well, we can't bring Sean Brady, Joe Pyfer, any big name Philadelphia guys. So what can we do? We'll cater to the public. Let's really bring the cult, the city of brotherly love, city of brother love. You know, the brothers, the city of the brother love. Bah. We're going to put a lot of brothers on this card, which is just, it's funny. It's funny how the UFC mind works. Because obviously that's on purpose. Like, come on now. A lot of people have talked about it, and I don't mind it at all. I don't really get it. You know what I mean? Like, we're just another city, like New York, Detroit, Miami, Los Angeles. Like, it's no different, really. I don't know why. But, hey, you know, it is what it is. This is what the UFC thought process was. I kind of like the card. I think it's going to be action-packed. There's just not many stakes, you know. Jalen Turner, Caio Fernandez, okay, winner of that gets to top 17 in the company, you know what I'm saying? Mansour Abdul Malik coming off a loss. Stoltzfus coming off 3 losses. Winner of that doesn't even fight in the rankings. Barboza's 45. Ribovich just got dominated by Gamrot, who then got dominated by Salkild. You know, Njokuani we've seen quit time and time again. Joel Alvarez just got dominated by Vicente Luque. Charles Johnson with his skullet, his gay-ass skullet, fights every 2 weeks, gets KO'd, comes back, wins a fight, gets KO'd, comes back, wins a fight. Fighting against, you know, Mr. Smiley here, Sam Alvey. Dante Johnson, weak performance in his last fight against Cody Brundage, whatever the fuck. Eric McConaughey. Eric McConaughey, like, we're getting hype on Eric McConaughey. We're getting hype on Charles Johnson for the 9th time this year. Njokuani, okay, I like Chidi. You know, he fucked up Marc-Andre Barrios 4 years ago. Tresean Gore, 5-4, 6-4, finally got a good win. The dead corpse of Luque. Tobias was a fucking poop stain in his last fight against DR Norgage. Neil Magny, guy's 40 years old. I know he holds records, but when's Neil Magny exciting? If he's not getting starched by Carlos Prates, you know what I mean? What are we going to get out of this? Ramiz Brahimaj. We're done with the Ramiz Brahimaj experiment. He just lost a big fight in his last fight. Who was it to? He had a big fight in his last fight. Go look it up on Tapology. He beat Austin Vanderford, then he got a step up, and he fucking lost. Ramiz Brahimaj's got no future. Neil Magny's cooked. He's got no future. Luque, no future. Gore, no future. McConaughey, no. Johnson, no. Charles Johnson, no. This idiot, no. Njokuani, no. Joel Alvarez, most likely not, especially at 170. Shark Tank at 170? No. Barboza, no future. Ribovich, probably no future. We saw what Gamrot did to him. Stoltzfus, no future. Mansour Abdul Malik, maybe. He's athletic. He's got traits. He's still young. He can figure it out. Probably no future. Caio Fernandez, maybe. Jalen Turner, maybe. But this is a fucking numbered event with the pound-for-pound king, Islam Makhachev. Anyway, we got here. We're in the business, bro. I'm from Philly. We got the fucking steakums. We got the cheesesteaks. We got the fucking Johns. We got the janky sidewalk slammers, bro. I only thought it was right. Look, I got a Wawa cup. Fucking Hoagie Fest was just around the corner. We saw Saquon Barkley on the Eagles running back. Ran into him at Wawa. Also, Sean Brady, Paul Felder was at the local Wawa up in Westchester. So we're going to do it the Philly way. We're going to pour a little John into this, make a sidewalk slammer. Energizer from Wawa. Come on, you already know what it is, boy. Getting a little hot in this hat. I'm going to take this hat off, but y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, baby. Phillies all day. Field of Dreams tonight, by the way. Pour a little bit of this, John. Oh, yeah. The classic sidewalk slammer the Philly way. Wow. All right, y'all. We're going to go over this whole card. I'm going to give you my picks and predictions. Let me get to my Tapology. I know this is amateur, fly-by-night channel here. I was just going to do it on UFC.com, but I might as well make my picks with you guys, right? Why not? Fuck it. Guys, this main event is pretty good. Now, the thing with this main event is you could see how it could be boring, right? We've seen a couple boring Islam fights. The JDM fight, the Thiago Moises wasn't that good. Drew Dober fight up until the finish wasn't that good. Moicano was done quick. Yeah, the Poirier fight was fun. The Volk fight was fun. Ian Machado Garry has boring fight after boring fight. Bilal decision, that was okay. Give it a 6 out of 10 on the excitement scale. Carlos Prates, who makes Carlos Prates look boring? Ian Machado Garry does. Until that 5th round. That's all I remember. Leon Edwards, Nate Diaz-esque. Shavkat. Again, grappling exchanges, kicks to the knee. Pretty fucking boring, I'm not going to lie. Michael Venom Page, do I need to say more? Please. Jeff Neal, the worst fight of all time. Don't even waste your time going back and watching that bullshit. Look what Carlos Prates and Udos Medic did to Jeff Neal, and then go watch what Ian Garry did. Split decision. Fucking terrible. So this could easily be boring as shit. It is the champion versus number one contender. I'll give UFC that. That is cool. We like seeing the best against the best chess matches. I'm sure you guys have, read up on this fight, got some analysis from Dan Hardy, Luke Thomas, the X's and O's, all that type of shit. I'm going to tell you what I think about this fight, just from an OCJ opinion perspective. Ian Garry likes to stay defensively sound. He's kind of like almost a Sean Strickland in that aspect. He likes to stay defensively sound. He likes to use his reach. He likes to use his activity. He likes to use his length to win fights. Like I said, the Jeff Neal, he likes to use his fight IQ, the MVP. Even the Shavkat, he was taking him down, reversing it, staying safe. Carlos Prates, the touch and go, use your speed, kick to the leg, kicks to the gut, teeps to the gut, I'm out. He never really got touched until that 5th round when he started to get tired. Now, that's a smart way to have a lengthy career. You really extend your longevity, but it makes the fans hate you. That, in addition to being sponsored by PETA, powered by plants. Powered by plants. Brother, I like vegetables as much as the next guy. I try to eat broccoli 2-3 times a week, green beans, carrots with ranch, the whole 9 yards. A banana every morning, get that potassium in, you know what I'm saying? But powered by plants, what, you don't like a nice steak, medium rare, with a little bit of Montreal seasoning on it, with a little bit of Lowry seasoning salt? No, not a fan of that? Okay, well, you're a loser. You're a loser, and there's no way someone powered by plants is going to beat the pound-for-pound fighter, Islam Makhachev. It's not happening. I'm sorry. And if we really want to get into the nitty-gritty here, Ian Garry doesn't have any finishing potential. His last KO win was Daniel Rodriguez, who isn't even listed on here. Decision. And D-Rod got starched out even faster by Udos Medic. And that was a head kick, kind of rare for Ian Garry. He also got touched up by that Asian guy. What was his name? The Asian cat? Arichi Lang? Almost KO'd Ian Garry. Go back and watch it. He just doesn't have any finishing ability. So is he going to submit Islam Makhachev? Well, he couldn't submit Michael Venom Page, a pure kickboxer. He's not going to submit Islam Makhachev. That's got to be plus 5,000. Is he going to KO Islam Makhachev? Well, he couldn't KO Jeff Neal, who's chinny as balls. He couldn't KO Bilal Muhammad. Okay, Bilal's got a great chin, but still, He needs to win by decision. He needs to control it at range, make it a boring fight like the Jeff Neal fight, stay at length, use his teeps, use his volume and his speed, and just keep Islam Makhachev away. Islam's too dangerous, though. He's too strong at this weight class. We saw what he did to JDM. He's too slick with his submissions. We saw what he did to Dustin Poirier. He's too quick with his strikes. We saw what he did to Alexander Volkanovski. He's so well-rounded. He could KO you at any time. He could just lay on you and use his grappling like he did against JDM. He could submit you quick with a Darce, getting up like Moicano if you're not prepared. Or Dustin Poirier, KO you like Volkanovski. There's, opportunity after opportunity. He could use his Kimura like he did against Dan Hooker. He could do the ground and pound like he did against King Green. He could do the Darce like he did against Dustin and Moicano. He could dominate the fight like he did against Volk in the first fight or Madalena in the last fight at Madison Square Garden. Use the angles, use his sambo, use his techniques and his newfound strength at 170. People have said this guy is strong as an ox, strong as a bull. Fighter after fighter after fighter has said Islam Makhachev is so uber strong, and it's partly because of physical strength, but also his technique. Machado just doesn't have enough ways to win this fight. I'm sorry, he's not going to win by decision. If Volk in the first fight, fully prepared, couldn't win by decision, holy shit, 3.5 years ago, bro? That was 3.5 years ago. So, 2023. That's fucking crazy. My God. Hold on one second, guys. Can you fucking back up? Sorry, my dog keeps hitting my ring light. Makhachev just has too many ways to get this done, guys. I see Ian using his, quickness, his flight of foot, using his length for a little bit, keep him away. His takedown defense is good, but Islam's going to find something. He's going to find a submission either round 3 or round 4. I'm going to go round 3. I think Islam finds something getting up in a scramble, a Darce, an Anaconda, take the back, Quillen Sal killed, Mateusz Gamrot type of thing. And, look at that neck on that boy. Look at that neck on that boy. This guy's ringing around cows and horses and bears with Habib. You don't think he could take the little Irish snake out, huh? Little Machado fella, the Brazilian fella. Come on, powered by plants. Women should rule the world. What are we doing, dude? This guy's a fucking cuck. Islam Makhachev's taking him out in this fight by submission. Mark my words. Guaranteeing that. That's an Akjay lock. Islam Makhachev's winning this. Mackenzie Dern, Jillian Roberson. This is a good fight stylistically. Roberson loves to keep it to the ground. Mackenzie Dern, obviously jiu-jitsu world champion, jiu-jitsu belts after jiu-jitsu belts, tournament after tournament. We know what Mackenzie Dern likes to do. She likes to get tit jobs. She likes to show off her ass cheeks. She's a prize in the eye of all the simp MMA fans, all the incel MMA fans. They love. I'm going to admit she's got a fat donkey. Okay, she's got a fat pooper, a big old dump truck. I don't mind looking at it. Cameraman knew the assignment at the face-offs. They know what they're doing. Okay, I don't mind some fat cheeks at a UFC. Switch things up a little bit. Let's get a hot woman going. Cool. Absolutely fine with me. Mackenzie Dern is a savage, though. What she did to Angela Hill, oh my God, vicious. Amanda Lemos, great fight. The Jessica Andrade fight, she took on short notice. She took this on short notice, was an epic scrap. Scrapped with her epically. Andrade is a fucking beast. A little energizer muscle hamster. Impossible to get down. That's a terrible matchup for Dern. Took it, fought like a monster, a beast, took so much punishment. She is tough as nails, Mackenzie Dern is. Amanda Lemos, another great fight. If they fought again, I'm picking Mackenzie Dern 9 times out of 10. She's stronger, she's younger. Lemos was able to kind of keep it on the feet there. Lupi Godinez, great win. Lupi's a great fighter. Amanda Hebas, 12-5, great win. She's a pretty good fighter. Verna Jandaroba has a previous win over Mackenzie Dern. UFC was like, please, God, make the butt cheeks God, the titty gods come through. We need all those horny MMA fans on our side. We can't have Verna Jandaroba with a fucking fisherman hat. Got fucking hooks and bait and bobbers and lures up in the hat there at the face-offs. Looking like a goddamn guy. Nah. We need big old butt cheeks. And she got it done for him. Baldy was happy as shit in his suite. Ooh! baby. I'm rock hard. Let's go. Dana White was amped up. I'm happy she's champion over Verna Jandiroba. Jandiroba's just as boring. A grappler as well. Ugly as shit. I'm sorry. But this should be fun. They're both kind of violent. They're both tough. They're both terrible strikers, but they eat punishment. Maybe we get a good old Usman, Colby Covington slap boxing. Ba, 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 ba. You know, just an all-out war on the feet. Possibly could. Both women are tough as nails. I think Dern's too slick on the ground. Jillian's, MO, her instinct is to get it to the ground. She's fought Lemos, Rodriguez, Pinheiro. She's got a good win streak. Dern's too slick. She's too slick. She's going to get her out of there in round 2. Arm bar, leg lock. I can see rear naked. We're going to get a submission. Double submission in the main and co-main event. Jalen Turner versus Caio Fernandez. This fight's a good fight. This is a good fight right here. Both guys are long, lanky kickboxers. Hold on. Let me take a sip of this, Joe. For Philly, baby. You don't know what it is. We stay repping Philly, bitch. We stay repping Philly. We're seeing Prates this weekend. I'll post the pictures online. But yeah, both lanky, both kickboxers, both like to use their leg kicks. Caio Fernandez, I don't know if his boxing's on the level of Jalen Turner. We saw Jalen Turner box up Bobby Green. We saw Jalen Turner brutalize Dan Hooker before losing. Obviously, this was the destruction of King Green. Then Moicano nearly KO'd. Nacio Bahamondes, that's right before he retired. And then seven months later, he retired a year and 5 months ago, and then 7 months after that, he beat the living breaks off of Barboza. UFC's got it out for Barboza. I don't know what it is. They love seeing Barboza KO'd. 7-month retirement. That's crazy. But yeah, Jalen Turner, he's just fought better competition. I mean, this guy Fernandez has a loss to Bone Crusher to Casey. Obviously, with the wrestling, just wrestle fucked him. That's what DeCasey was doing in his last couple scraps. Muhammad Yahya, that means nothing. Garam, that's a good one. Again, leg kicks. Harry Harddick, leg kicks again. But, Jalen Turner should have a win over Dan Hooker. Jalen Turner destroyed King Green. Jalen Turner virtually should have got a KO win at UFC 300 against Renato Moicano. Bacio Bahamondes, he wasn't mentally there, and then killed Barboza. So this should be a win. This should be a win. Turner's too good for this guy. I'm seeing decision. Fernandez seems tough. He could probably stick around. Or a late KO, maybe even early KO with the hands from Jalen Turner. The length is virtually the same. Reach, Jalen Turner, 2-inch reach advantage. Fucking 6-inch height advantage. Wow. Fernandez is long, too. 6 inches for Turner, 2 inches reach. I could see a KO for Turner. I really could. Caio, he could come in with the leg kicks, naked leg kicks, leave his chin exposed. I think Turner keeps it safe, plays it safe, stays on the outside, leg kicks him himself, but also lands the hands. Might get him a little wobbly, get a knockdown. I got Turner by decision in that one. He's too good, fought the better competition. Fernandez I like, but I don't think he's well-rounded enough to handle someone like Jalen Turner. Mansour Abdul Malik against Dustin Stolfus. Dustin Stolfus is just a fucking punching bag. Kelvin Gastelum destroyed him. And there's Sultan Ruziboev, Bruno Ferreira. We know what Abus Magomedov did, put his toes in his mouth. Stolfus got a big toe fetish, and Abus Magomedov, satisfied that craving for Stolfus. It is what it is. OnlyFans, fucking punted him in the mouth, stuck his big fat toe in the roof of his mouth, and punted his head into the bleachers. I mean, how do you come back from that? It's virtually impossible. Then you get spinning elbowed 9 times against the Hulk. You beat Power Bar. Okay, whatever. And there's Sultan Ruziboev. 2 decisions here. He's a durable guy as long as you don't punt him in the roof of the mouth with your big toe. He's a durable guy. Mansour Abdul Malik, we saw, had a tough time with Tricoli. He dominated Tricoli. Tough time with Cody Brundage. Draw. He got the KO in the second round, but then there was a headbutt, but it really wasn't that dominant. Before that, Nick Klein. Nick Klein's a nobody. Dusko Todorovic. Dusko sucks. Like, these opponents suck. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. Brundage draw. He sucks. First real opponent you got KO'd. You look terrible. Right here, I think these guys skill-wise, Stoltzfus might have a little advantage skill set-wise, technique-wise, experience, obviously. Mansour's too big of an athlete. It's not going to outweigh it to the degree where he's going to be touching up Mansour Abdulmalik like Belgari was. Stoltzfus might be a little more technically sound, more experienced, a better fighter overall, but Abdulmalik's athleticism, his youth, his explosiveness, it's going to come through at some point. I think second round KO. Again, if Stoltzfus, if he was a little more poised, if he was a little more risk adverse, had better defense, maybe I could see him pulling something off like a decision. Because Abdulmalik's not that technical. He uses his gifts. He uses his explosiveness. But I just think, Stoltzfus doesn't have what it takes to defend that. Abdulmalik, second round KO. Barboza versus Esteban Ribovics. Now, this one's pretty simple, guys. We got 30-year-old Ribovics, 40-and-a-half-year-old Barboza. His last win was Sadiq Youssef. Now, if you guys watched the Sadiq Youssef fight, he was getting absolutely fucking bombed on by Sadiq Youssef. Destroyed. 10-8 in the first round. I don't know how he survived. I felt uncomfortable watching it. I think I was at my Nana's house watching it. Let me take another sip of the John. The Wawa John. Wawa. I was pretty sick to my stomach watching it. Somehow comes back. Sadiq Youssef gasses out in the second round. Barboza wins the last 3 or the last 4. Wins the fight miraculously. Insane. Took so much damage in that fight. Billy Quarantillo sucks. His last win against Sadiq Youssef, he took so much damage. He was so fucked up after the fact. I'm not surprised he lost every other fight after this. Then Lerone Murphy? And he went to decision? 7 months after that beating by Sadiq Youssef, he fought Lerone Murphy. Wow. And Lerone couldn't get him out of there. That goes to show Lerone's not all that either. Lerone Murphy's pretty overrated, I'm not going to lie. Drakkar Klose. UFC gave you a layup with Drakkar Klose. Drakkar Klose, yeah, he's got some good wins, some bad losses. Obviously, everybody knows he got starched out by Beneil Dariush when Cormier was freaking out. Joe Rogan. Cormier, the crazy meme of all the announcers. But to lose by decision to Drakkar Klose, and then Jalen Turner just fucking killed him. It's over. It's over, boys. Barboza's got no chin left. He's got no durability. He's just... Gaethje KO'd him back in 2018. We've seen this guy starched out. Tony Ferguson fucked him up. Khabib Nurmagomedov fucked him up. Then Lerone Murphy. Then Drakkar Klose. Then Jalen Turner. Giga Chikadze. This would be right here. Fuck this guy. Giga Chikadze killed him. Really banged him up bad, guys. His brain cells. We need to get this guy checked for CTE. How many fucking KO losses does Barboza have? I can't even go to it right now because it's going to mess up my picks. Ribovics ain't that good. We saw Gamrot destroy him. Hack Perez decision. He beat Elvis Brenner. Good win. Huber, McKinney. Hack Perez he should have beat. So he's not that good. But he's 30 years old. He's a bruiser. He loves to throw. He's got faith in his chin. He's not scared of a war. Barboza's got no chance. Ribovics, first round KO. I'm sorry. It's over. It's washed. It's done. Please leave, sir. We don't need to see you get starched out. All right, I'm going to power through these last couple. I got to go pick up my daughter. But, UFC Philly, cheesesteaks, cheese with or without. The Phillies are doing the Field of Dreams tonight. We got the Packers preseason game. I'm sipping on this Sidewalk Slammin' John from Wawa. Kanja Hawkin, Manny Onk, Kenneth Square, Carlos Prates. We here, baby. Philly's here in the building. And Akjay's here to stay. Joel Alvarez, Chidi Njokuani. This is a tough one. I'm not too impressed with Joel Alvarez. I know you guys all jerk him off. Mark DeCasey, Elvis Brenner, Drakkar Klose. He'll probably beat Chidi Njokuani. Chidi Njokuani is known to quit. Joel Alvarez, a bruiser. He's up a weight class. Round 3 KO, Joel Alvarez. I think this one will be a war. It'll be back and forth. Chidi will probably win the first round. Second round will be 50-50, and then he'll be tired of shit in the third round. Joel Alvarez, maybe even a submission, round 2. I see a lot of submissions here. One submission. We'll go submission. Round 2 for Joel Alvarez. He's younger. We've seen Cheaty, Bang Bang fade. It's just he's older. He's 37, 33. We've seen Cheaty. He's on 2-fight losing streak. These wins aren't that good. Jared Gooden, Reese McKee split decision. Just, I haven't been impressed. Joel Alvarez, younger, more explosive. We're going to go with him. Skullet against Eduardo Chapelin. Short notice. Supposed to be Jose Ochoa. Some reason was the feature fight on the pay-per-view. Fucking insane. Philly should have absolutely booed this out of the building. Jesus Christ. Charles Johnson's 9th fight. Look at this. He's had 4 fights in the last year. Lost to Edson Barboza. Beat Bruno Silva by split decision. Lost to Alex Perez KO. Beat Loner Kavanaugh KO. Good win there. Lost to Tamirov. So he's been stopped twice in the last 6 months. KO'd by Alex Perez. Suliev stretched by Asu Amabayev. And he was on the feature fight. Yeah. The guys in Canada really want to pay $80 to watch Charles Johnson for the 6th time this year. Who fucking cares? Not like it's Mike Tyson, Rumble Johnson, John Jones. Charles fucking Johnson for the 9th time, $80. The fuck out of here. I'm going this guy. I'm sick of Charles Johnson. How does this dude win fights? Looks like by KO. I'm tired of Charles Johnson. I'm sorry, guys. He's overexposed. They're utilizing him too much. His hair is disgusting. I'm just sick of Charles Johnson. That's the reason for the pick. Dante Johnson, Eric Mechanico. I already know I'm going decision here. Mechanico's tough as nails. Dante Johnson, lockjaw, is not impressive. I know he's training with Sean Strickland. Chris Curtis, he's at Extreme Couture. They've been showing him there on the embeddeds, but I'm not impressed. Mechanico, Rodolfo Bieda, that's a good win right there. Cody Brundage, that's a decent win. Lost to Bangsagur Susukayev, but he lost, I think, in the 2nd round or 3rd round. Lost to Sultan Ruziboyev. Again, Ruziboyev, Susukayev. He took Susukayev to the 3rd round, I believe. Beat Cody Brundage and Vieta. So he's a good fighter. Again, defensively sound. Never going to wow you with too much explosiveness or offense. Johnson, not impressed. I don't think he's going to have a great run. He beat Brundage by split decision as well. Rodriguez Dumas sucks. And then we got nothing else to go off of. So, could be a hype job. I'm not too impressed. Could easily see Moicanico getting the... You know what? I think Moicanico gets the decision. 1st round goes to Johnson on some damage. I'm saying Moicanico gets it done. Veteran tenacity, good defense, just uses jab, a lot of volume. Dante Johnson gets frustrated pretty easily. Tries to use grappling. He can't grapple. Moicanico decision. I'm going underdog. Fuck it. Philly, bitch. Gore and Luque. I think Gore kind of got a bit lucky against Azamat Bakoyev. I think Luque still got some in the tank. I'm going Luque KO. I know Gore's tough. I don't think he's ever been KO'd. Well, Tulio KO'd him in the 3rd round. That was just on volume. Overwhelmed him, really. Yeah, Gore just, I don't know what happened here. He had a two-year layoff for some reason. Maybe he had a injury. Gore's not that good. He's really tenacious. He's got a lot of heart, a ton of effort. Maybe round 3, Luque. I don't believe Luque's completely done yet. He's still got some in the tank. He beat Kelvin Gastelum. He lost to Yoel Alvarez. Kevin Holland submitted him. Themba Garimbo. His chin's not that good, though. Luque's chin's not that good. And Gore can fucking bang. And he's so much younger. Do I switch here? I'm going to switch. I'm going to go Gore. 2nd round KO. I think he bangs up Luque. Luque's chin, now I'm thinking about it, Gore's got the heart. He's coming off a huge win. He fought great against Vieta. He had so much heart against Tulio. I just don't think Luque's there anymore. Gore is too much of a dog. I think Gore gets it done. Round 2. Tobias Lucas Fernandez. I'm going Lucas Fernandez KO 2nd round. Tobias sucked against DR Nurgaje. I don't even want to look at anything. I hate this guy. Awful performance. Stupid tattoos. Look terrible. Don't care about the record. He's getting fucking bagged up in a body bag. Neil Magny versus Ramiz Brahimaj. We touched on this a little bit. Neil Magny, long in the tooth. Ramiz Brahimaj, you know, he always loses when he gets to step up. Just lost to Punahele Soriano. Lost to Themba Garimbo. You lost to Themba Garimbo, bro? Mickey Gall, Billy Ray Goff, Austin. So we got two guys that are barely holding on to UFC spot. Mickey Gall, 7-6, terrible. Billy Goff, 9-4, terrible. Vanderford, Mr. Van Zant from Bellator. These are your wins. You know, you're losing to Puna, you're losing to Themba, and you're going up against the welterweight GOAT, Neil Magny. I know I said Neil Magny's old, Ramiz Brahimaj. I think Neil Magny gets this done in the clinch, knees and elbows. He's stronger than Ramiz. He's got the submission threat. Ramiz's wins they suck. Let's be real. They're terrible. Neil Magny has way better wins. Aleski Dos Santos. You got Mike Malott. Jake Matthews. That's a huge win. You lost to Carlos Prates, Michael Morales, and Yaroslav Amosov. 3 of the top 5 fighters in the fucking world. Give me a break. You're beating Jake Matthews, Elizu Aleski Dos Santos. You're beating Mike Malott. I'm sorry. Neil Magny decision. Miktabek Olubai and the one fighter from Philadelphia, Jeremiah Wells. Finally, we got a Philly boy, baby. With or without. With or without. We finally got a Philly boy. The city of brother love, baby. The city of brother love here in Philadelphia. We love it. I'm trying to run into Sean Brady at the Wawa, you know. I'll post some pics of me and Prates. I'm going to go meet and greet with him tomorrow in Kennett Square at the beer store and drink some Bud Light with Carlos the Nightmare. 99% picking Miktabek Odolbai. So what's the point of this fight, guys? It's the card opener. It's the one Philadelphia fighter. None of these other guys are from Philly. Wisconsin, Missouri, Brazil, Nevada, Jupiter, Argentina. Okay, Stoltzfus from Pennsylvania. Great. Maybe that's why he's on the fucking card. Even though he's German, I'm pretty sure. Dustin Stoltzfus. Okay, Stoltzfus. He's the homeboy. Stoltzfus is the home favorite here. Stoltzfus. You think the Philly crowd's going to be chanting fucking Stoltzfus? Get the fuck out of here, UFC. You give us a 41-year-old scrub ass on the card opener from Philly. Despicable display coming back to Philadelphia. Ian Machado versus Islam. Okay, number 1 pound for pound. Respect. But a potential for heavy, boring fight. Machado Garry, Islam Makhachev, that's got all-time snoozer written all over it. Mackenzie Dern, come on. This is the Philadelphia return, guys. This is just, I mean, they're asleep at the wheel. I know we got a lot of stuff coming. Abu Dhabi coming. Salt Lake City, this, that, the other thing. But, I mean, guys, Ian Garry, Mackenzie Dern, Charles Johnson was in the feature fight. Mansour Abdul Malik and Dustin Stoltzfus. Barboza at 45. Guys got walking CTE. We know who's winning this fight. It's Olubai. It's going to be submission. Probably maybe KO as well. Could ground and pound. I can see ground and pound round 2. Olubai. This dude's a fucking hoss. He's minus 600. He somehow lost to Rebecki. I don't know how. Rebecki lost every other fight other than that. Musayev's looking great. Submitted him. Hermanson. Chris Curtis. I think he's going to come out and try to get a finish. The Chris Curtis fight, he got a lot of slack, or a lot of flack, I should say. A lot of criticism just for holding on to him. Pulling the Islam Makhachev, JDM, the Hamzat, DDP. Just holding on to him, wet blanket. He got a lot of criticism, a lot of hate. I think he's going to come out here and try to use ground and pound, try to use submissions. Is it a submission or ground and pound? I'll say submission. Jeremiah Wells is too old. His joints, his muscles, he's going to pull something. He's going to tweak his hip or something, trying to get out of a back take. And it's going to be over for the one Philadelphia fighter, Jeremiah Wells. So that's it. We're locking it in. UFC Philadelphia this weekend, UFC 330. Ian Machado Garry, the Brazilian fella. Oh, yeah, the Machado fella against number 1 pound for pound, Islam Makhachev. I love Islam Makhachev. Dude's so fucking funny. His dry humor's great. The card sucks. Mansour Abdul Malik, Charles Johnson, the dead corpse of Edson Barboza, Chidi Njokuani, Dante Johnson, Mechanico, 41-year-old Jeremiah Wells holding it down for the Philly natives. Oh, yeah, don't forget about Stoltzfus. It is what it is. I'm not dishing out the $400 for the nosebleeds. I'm not dishing out the $1,000 for the mid-level. I'm not dishing out the $100 to get a Patty the Batty autograph. I'm going to go see Carlos Prates at Kennett Beverage tomorrow and get a picture. I'll post it online with the future champ, the Nightmare. We're out. I'm going to go drink some more Jones. I'm going to go smoke a John. I'm going to go grab a John from Wawa. And we got Phillies versus Cardinals, I want to say, tonight. Field of Dreams, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Check it out. The Phillies are playing in the Field of Dreams. NFL preseason's kicking off. The Packers-Steelers are going down on live TV. That's it. I'm out. Philly's done. Makhachev, Dern, and that's it. Makhachev and Dern. Lock it in.